Hello everybody, my name is Charlotte. I am a member of Potter's Church at our Longton congregation. Pastor Alison has asked me to offer up a few words of support and encouragement, along with no doubt lots of other people, in these strange and unsettling times that we find ourselves. When I found out that the children were going to be off school for the foreseeable future, I started thinking about what I would do with them, and as such I went to buy some plants for the garden that we could do as a project over the incoming weeks. This got me thinking about nature and about God's provision through his creation. The Bible tells us that when God created the earth, he looked around and he was well pleased with it. The Bible also tells us that the whole earth and everything in it belongs to God, and therefore we are not just inhabitants of this earth, but we are connected to it through our Creator. I wanted these words to be practical and supportive for people who maybe are experiencing lots of worry at this time. I guess that's our common shared experience at the moment, no matter what those worries are about, and there seems to be an endless list of things to worry about right now. I deal with people who are worried and anxious and stressed lots in my professional work, and what we know is that the brain is not just made up of a physical organ, but that within inside that organ there are lots and lots of electric connections happening constantly all the time. And the way our brains respond to nature seems to prompt a certain response. It has to do with the way that the eye transfers the information about nature to the brain. We are pre-programmed to look for the patterns, the repeating patterns in nature, and the hardwiring in our brain is such that it seems to lower our stress response. In fact, some studies suggest that spending time in nature, even just 20 minutes a day, can actually reduce our overall stress levels by up to about 60%, which at this moment in time has got to be good news for everyone, because I guess there's something to worry about pretty much all the time right now. So as I was looking around for some plants for my own garden, I just got to notice the petals, the leaves, the branches and the patterns within them. And when I got home, of course I didn't plant them because I have to wait for the children, but I had a little wander around my own garden and just spent some time noticing and being thankful for God's creation, and really connected in that way with God's provision for us. In the book of Job, Job 37 verses 14 to 16, the instruction is, listen to this, Job, stop and consider God's wonders. And the wonders were those of his creation. And I guess at this time I would just encourage all of us who are worrying, who are experiencing stress and anxiety, which is a perfectly natural response to this situation, just to spend time noticing nature and God's creation, the patterns that we see around us, whether it be your own garden, whether it be some indoor house plants or a bunch of flowers, or whether you go for a walk and notice the patterns that you see in the nature around you. And in that way, hopefully, we can not only connect with God through the wonders of his creation, but also try to bring our stress levels and our experience of stress at this time down and in a little bit of control. I hope that that can be of use to you at this time. I just pray for God's provision and for his blessings to be upon all of us. Thanks. Bye.